doesn't matter how much money you make. What matters is how much money you get to keep. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you my $1 million cryptocurrency exit strategy and what I plan on doing with all of my cryptocurrency at the end of the bull run. I will also be sharing with you how you can lock in your share of life-changing gains that cryptocurrency has to offer. Okay, so let's get right into the $1 million exit strategy. First and foremost, what is an exit strategy? Simply put, an exit strategy is a way for you to maximize your gains while minimizing your losses. And it's really important to have a strategy in place, because if you don't, this is when you're going to be making a lot of mistakes. And those mistakes unfortunately end up costing you a lot of money. So how do we maximize our gains and minimize our losses? Well, we're going to need a little bit more information to make those decisions. Here we have the Wall Street cheat sheet, and you may have seen something like this before. But basically, this is the psychology of a market cycle. It's incredibly important to understand to the best of your ability where we are in the current market cycle, because if you don't know where we're at in the market cycle, that will lead to mistakes and also not having the optimal exit strategy. So in the beginning of a rally, we kind of have this disbelief. We think that, oh, this is gonna fail just like all the other ones, right? It'll go up and then it'll go all the way down. We're so used to it not working. Then we start to see it recover a little bit and they say, oh, well, maybe it is possible. There's a little bit of hope. Then we have optimism, right? We've gotten past hope. We're like, all right, this is for real. We can see that this is moving up. We're in a bull market. Things are looking good. Now we've really seen some green candles, right? Now we're really starting to believe. And we're like, all right, I've seen it now. You know, I've gone all the way up here, right? We're about halfway through. It's time to get invested, right? Then we actually start making a little bit of money. We're thrilled. We're like, this is amazing. You know, I'm going to buy more on the margin. I'm going to tell everyone about this. This is incredible. And then everything goes crazy, right? It's euphoria. I'm a genius. We're all going to get rich. This is going to be the best decision I've ever made in my entire life. And then that's the blow off top, right? So you want to be looking for this euphoric stage. Now, at the time of this recording, which is May of 2021, I don't think we're at this euphoria stage just quite yet. Now, once we do hit this euphoric stage, there will be a pullback and then maybe even what we call a dead cat bounce. This is when it bounces down and then it bounces up. And everyone thinks that it's just a retracement back to the mean, and this is going to just continue higher and higher. And this is where we get complacency. We see, look, we just need to cool off for the next rally. It's coming, no big deal. This is part of the process. We've done this a few times before, right? We went up here, then we dipped back down. We went up, we dipped back down. There's gonna be another rally. We got this, right? We're so euphoric. We think we're geniuses. Everything's great. Then we end up going down and down and down. And this is when we hit anxiety, right? It says, why am I getting my margin calls? This dip is taking longer than expected. What's going on here? Then it keeps dipping and you're just in denial, right? You're like, my investments were great, you know, companies. It's gonna come back. It's fine. Then it goes down even more and it's like, everyone is selling. I need to get out. This is not good. Then it goes down even more and now we're angry, right? And now we're just saying to ourselves, well, I shouldn't have even gotten involved with this. What a joke this was. I knew this was a bubble, blah, 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 blah. Then it trades sideways and then it goes all the way to rock bottom, right? And this is depression, right? My retirement money is lost. You know, how can I even pay for all the new stuff? I don't feel good about myself. And this is where you should be doing all of your buying. It's the complete opposite of what you think that you should be doing. So then the next rally starts and we get back into disbelief, right? And then you can go, oh, this is another suckers rally. I've seen this before. And then it goes down and then it goes back up and it's like, okay, well, maybe this is real again. Then it comes back to belief and we start the whole cycle over. So the ultimate time to be selling is when things are very, very euphoric. This is what you're looking for, all right? And look, you won't be able to tell exactly when this is happening. That being said, when things are like this, when everyone's talking about it, when it's just, you know, oh my gosh, I can't believe it's that high. This is absolutely insane. I want to get rich. That's when you should be doing the exact opposite. This is when you should be selling, okay? This is the spot where you want to sell, obviously the top. This is the spot where you want to be buying. So where are we right now? I think that we're here. We're in this belief stage. We're believing that, look, cryptocurrency is the future. I think that this could be successful. I'm optimistic about this. And this is kind of where we're at. We're starting to see the money flow in. Things are going up. This is really good. Now, here's the thing. If you're new and you're starting here, just remember all the people that got in back here and also all the people that have been accumulating for years, right? The depression happened during March of last year of 2020, right? We had a global crisis, and because of that, a lot of people got depressed and they're like, oh, I'm just selling all my, my assets. I'm getting out. This was the ultimate time to be buying, right? The best time to be buying is right back in here. So if you're buying in here, just know that it is that much riskier. So now that we kind of know where we're at in the market cycle, what is going to be our exit strategy? Well, there's a few different strategies that I think a lot of people are using right now, and then I'm going to share with you my ultimate one here in a second. The first strategy that a lot of people use is the dollar cost average. That means once a week, they're just going to buy the cryptocurrency at whatever price it is, and they're just going to keep averaging in. That way, they're not trying to time the market, and that way, they're just continuing to keep building more and more and getting more and more cryptocurrency. Then you also have people who are day trading. They're basically going to come here every single day, look at the market, see where should I buy, what coins are up and down. Ethereum Classic, this one's up 300%. Maybe I should buy that one. And they're constantly trading in and out. Now, I always caution against doing this because most people will lose a lot of money day trading. 70% of day traders who are professionals lose money day trading. And so to me, that's not the optimal strategy. And it's not the optimal exit strategy because from a tax perspective, for a lot of you, every single time you make a crypto to crypto transfer, that's a taxable event. So you're going to be losing 30 to 40% at the highest if you constantly are making these trades. So you have to earn 30 to 40% more just to break even. And so that strategy to me ultimately is not the best one. Then we have the buy and hold strategy. This is the simplest. This is the easiest one. You get in, you buy, and you hold. You sit back, relax, and you watch it happen. Here's the thing. Most people who come in right now, they don't want to do that. They want to get rich quick. And that's the whole problem. See, the smart money, the really wealthy investors, they invest for the long run. That's the truth. They see this in 5-10 years. Think about where Bitcoin's going to be in 5 years. We'll be sitting here looking at this and it'll be well over $100,000 in 5 years. But do you have the patience to wait for that? No, you probably want it to go to $100,000 tomorrow and then take your money and drive your Lamborghini around, right? Well, the truth is you got to have a longer term perspective, and that's the ultimate strategy here for an exit strategy. See, you have to be able to zoom out. Most people are just looking at what is it going today. And I see so many people, they come in, they're like, oh, I bought this cryptocurrency, Filecoin. I bought it at 170 and now it's dipping to 153. Should I sell? And it's like, well, you should have thought about that before you actually bought the cryptocurrency. You see, if you're not willing to hold a cryptocurrency for 7 years, you shouldn't hold it for 7 minutes. Let me say that again. If you're not willing to hold the cryptocurrency for 7 years, you should not hold it for 7 minutes. And so a lot of new people are trying to find entry points now into the market. Well, as I described earlier, we're kind of in the mid-cycle here, the bull run. Bitcoin's dominance is dropping, and also these new altcoins are starting to move again, right? Like they're starting to actually go up 200, 300, 400%. We're hitting an altcoin season. Now, there are multiple altcoin seasons and movements within the bull run, and I don't think we're at that euphoric blow off top yet. So now what should you do? What is the best strategy for you? Well, it will depend upon your circumstances. If you're someone like me who already has enough resources to kind of wait it out, then the buying and holding strategy will most likely be the best for you. That's the current strategy that I'm using, and the reason why I'm doing it is because I see the game that needs to be played here. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at why the buy and hold strategy, in my opinion, is how you get really rich in cryptocurrency. You see, most people, and this is a chart of Bitcoin from 2017 2018, most people, let's say they were buying back in here Bitcoin, right? It traded sideways for literally the longest time, okay? Like years, all right? Years. $200, $500, $200, $400, $600. Okay, fine. Now we're starting to pick up a little bit. 1,000. Okay, over 1,000. Great. Now we're at 2,000. Right. Okay, fantastic. Then, whoa. Okay, 5,000. Amazing. Right. This looks eerily similar to where we're at now. Instead of 5,000, let's say 50,000. Right. Instead of 1,000, let's say it was 10,000. So here we are. We're right at this 50,000 mark. Right. or 5,000, and then it dipped back down. And everyone's, oh, panicking, dip, dip, dip. What do we do? Oh my gosh. And then all of a sudden it rallies again. And then it goes up and above to wherever it goes. And then it dips a little bit more. And then, boom, it goes crazy. Okay, and it went all the way to $20,000. And I know it's not showing that right here at this chart, but that's what it did. So what's my point with showing you this? My point in showing you this is the only way to get up to the top is if you got to hold through the entire process. That's the only way that you actually get to the top. Then you're going to end up, you know, there's that dead cat bounce. It always kind of comes, then it bounces again. It makes a lower high, and then it just keeps going low, 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 and then we go all the way back down here. And that happens very quickly. That happened within about a year. Okay, so how do we get up here? Well, you buy and hold. That's it. That's the strategy. But then you're like, well, how do I exit then? You know, what is your plan to exit? Me personally, I plan on selling all my cryptocurrency as soon as I start to see all of these indicators that we're at a top. Absolutely. I don't think we're there yet, but once I start to see that Nupal is really high, you know, the euphoria is just absolutely maddening. The numbers are just crazy. I will be selling all of my cryptocurrency, not just some of it, not just a little bit. I'm not going to hold on to it for no, I'm selling all of it. The reason I'm selling all of it, because I know that something like this will happen, right? Now, again, we don't know for sure. I've experienced something like this already. And the reason why I'm going to be selling everything is because the market will get really overextended. I truly believe that. It's happened time and time and time again. So if we go out, you can see back here, got really overextended over to 1,000. Then what did it do? Went all the way back down to $300 or $200. Okay. So you can see 1,000. Well, I should have just held on because, you know, it went all the way up to 17,000. It's like, yeah, but you could have sold at 1,000 and then bought back in way down here at $200. You could have 4 times your money at that point. So that to me is like, I want to be selling at these massive peaks. Okay. And I think we're right here, right at this little peak. We still got this big parabolic move to go. I think we're going to dip here. I think we dipped. I think we're going to come up here, maybe dip one more time, and then we're going to go off to the races in the next 3 to 6 months. I think we're going to get some crazy evaluation, something that's way overvalued, and that's when you want to be selling. Rule of thumb, sell the green, buy the red. Say that to yourself. Sell the green, buy the red. And I'm getting rid of all of it. That does not mean that I'm bearish on cryptocurrency. I'm in cryptocurrency for the long run. I plan on making these videos, teaching you guys every single thing that I can about this. However long cryptocurrency is around, I'm not going anywhere. I'm all in on this, and I absolutely do believe it's going to change the financial industry forever. Now, as I said, this is my ultimate cryptocurrency strategy. You want to time out this. Why? Here we go, 17,000. Well, you could have held on to it because if you bought at 17,000, or let's say you bought back here and it went all the way to 17,000 and you didn't sell. Well, what did you really miss out on? You missed out on a lot of money. Why? It went all the way down here to 6,000. You could have tripled your money again, right? Then it went all the way down here to 4,000. You could have really, what is that? 5 times your money again if you had sold near the top. I'm not saying you're going to time the top perfectly. The top was at like 20,000. Let's say you sold at 17,000. That's still pretty darn good. From 17,000 all the way down to 3,000, and you start accumulating again. Then you just played the game over, right? Okay, now we had another nice rally. All right, well, maybe we're just still holding on through this point. You know, then it dipped all the way back down there again, and then here we go. Now we're in the bull market cycle. And the reason we know when these bull market cycles come is because of the Bitcoin halving. Every 4 years, half the Bitcoin rewards get halved, literally. And so it's a supply shock. There's less supply and there's more demand. And when that happens, prices go crazy up like this. So if you understand these cycles and you understand how all of this kind of comes together and works, you can use that to your advantage, and you can be someone who, yes, sells out. That's okay. Take the money. You're in this to take the money. You don't actually make any money unless you click that sell button. So push the sell button. But you also don't want to be pushing the sell button too soon. So this is why we've gone through this market cycle and where I truly believe that we are right now. So to recap, again, we don't know for sure, but I truly do believe we're in this kind of section right in the middle. So we have some time still. And I want you to know that I do believe that we will see a $100,000 Bitcoin and a $5,000 to $10,000 Ethereum in this bull run. So there is still some time. That being said, there is more risk now if you're coming in at this area. So there you have it, guys. That is my ultimate cryptocurrency exit strategy.